Fattoush! Not tush, fattoush. Fattoush is a Lebanese Middle Eastern salad that is so crunchy, it's so different. You will love it. Howard, have you even heard of fattoush?
I have actually.
Really?
Used to go to a great Lebanese place in Cleveland, Ohio.
Anyways, awesome. This is a bread cheese fattoush in 15 minutes. Here we go. All right, so I am in love with this salad for so many different reasons. One is it doesn't taste like a salad. So if you're not a big salad person, but you're trying to be healthy, this is your jam right now. So I've got a little pita. I'm a pita-aholic. I'll be the first to admit it. I love pita. And this is a completely different take. We're almost gonna make this like a crouton. So I'm gonna take a couple of pita, throw it on my board. I'm gonna grab a knife, and I'm literally just gonna cube these up. So just stack them, and then cube them into like little fingers. Right, beautiful. Twist the whole thing, and go again. And if you just rip them, they're fine, but since we're kind of pressed for time, we wanna keep them kind of small. So you're gonna have this little vibe going on. Easy? Cool. I'm gonna grab a little bit of olive oil and some vegetable oil. And I'm gonna go about half and half in the pan. Now, Howard, if you actually get in the pan, I want enough to really coat the bottom of the pan. We're almost shallow frying. So you're not going light on the oil with this. All right, you wanna kind of, you know, give it a little crunch. I was just in Las Vegas, not my favorite place in the world. We brought our baby, don't judge. And basically we had these croutons in the salad that melt in my mouth. I mean, it was a Caesar salad with these croutons that just disintegrate. So I had to ask the waiter, what happened? And he said, we fry them in butter. I'm like, great, okay, so I'm eating like, you know, weeds for the next two days. So never ask your waiter how to cook things. So anyways, we take our pita, we're gonna add it right into all this oil. And we add a lot of that oil because it's gonna soak a lot of it up. But again, we're kind of giving it a shallow fry treatment. Cool. All right, a little bit of salt. And just keep an eye on them because they can burn kind of quick. All right, what am I looking for? Let's get a bowl. So fattoush is a salad. This is like total classic salad, but it does have a couple of key ingredients. So you gotta have some mint, you gotta have some cucumber, and then typically you would have like tomatoes or something like that. But I've got, since tomatoes are not in season and it's winter, I've got my absolute favorite pickled chilies. So I always give it a little bust. I smell them every time. It's like, I know this is a drug for me, smelling this stuff. This is like one of my favorite smells in the world. Okay, so here we go. Cucumber, really easy. You can peel it, not peel it, totally up to you. I was gonna peel it, I couldn't find my peeler, so here we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, and I'm just kind of quartering this, when you add cucumbers to any salad, I like to take out the seeds. So I just kind of sneak my knife in, take these out. You could throw this into spa water or something like that, but I think the seeds kind of make salads too soggy. And maybe this is my own kind of personal preference, but I'm a big believer of just, if you can keep a salad as dry as possible, that's where you want to be. You do not want too much moisture because the dressing should really be the thing that's center focus. So again, you can take all these kind of snake-looking guys, throw them into a nice water, probably bake them to a bread or something. So I'm just gonna kind of chunk these up randomly. And you know, I don't like perfect. So just take your knife and just hack it in your money, all right? So that's good. Grab all these, add it right into our bowl. Beautiful. And then I've got our pickled chilies. So I'm just gonna grab, you know, maybe like a couple of spoonfuls. Let's just keep an eye on our bread. Look at this. How can you get in? See how it's already toasting? So this is where I want you to just be careful and keep an eye on it. Cool, because we are frying. All right, so I'm gonna grab a nice couple heaping spoonfuls. Look at these pickled chilies. You don't want too much of the oil, try to avoid it. It's more about the chili. And again, in the summertime, just, you know, hack up some tomatoes in your money. All right, so that's good. I've got some romaine lettuce. You can chop it or you could tear it. I like to tear it. I think it looks a little bit more freestyle. Looks good. I'm gonna go with a little bit more. So this is like basically, you know, just a really crunchy, fresh salad at this point. And then I've got some mint. And I'm talking fresh mint. I always roll mine up in a little paper towel. I'm just gonna kind of take a nice handful. You want a lot of this, okay? You want to taste the mint. This is not a background flavor, and I'm just gonna chop it about 1 time through. Smell, Howard. Just smell.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good mint, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So all the mint's in the pool. We got all the lettuces. We've got the bread. Look at this. The pita is looking so good, so good. But now comes the ingredient that's gonna just change your life. Every once in a while, an ingredient comes along, and it's your life before the ingredient and your life after the ingredient. Let me introduce you to you, and I'm not sponsored by them, and owe them nothing. Bread cheese. Yeah, get in nice and close, Howard. It is called bread cheese, I think because it kind of looks like bread, but also it's very firm, like bread. So you can actually cook this cheese and it won't melt and disintegrate. It will get a little oozy. That's kind of the point. First you gotta open it. Come on, baby. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, you know you're excited about it, Howard. You know you are. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna actually cook this cheese. First and foremost, check out my pita. They're totally, you can hear them. You hear that? Crispy. So I'm gonna take them out of the oil and right into the salad. They are golden brown and delicioso. So I'm just using a slotted spoon, grabbing them all out. And you might be saying, that's a lot of bread. And I might be saying, there's no such thing. So there is a lot of bread. This is kind of a bread salad. It's kind of like a panzanella of the Middle East. But I love it for that. All right, so we've got our nice hot oil. Then we've got our bread cheese. I'm gonna season the cheese from up high as if it was like a piece of meat with a little salt. I'm gonna grab a little pep. Look at this. Kind of hammer it in. And then I'm literally gonna pick up the whole slab and just lay it in. Is that so crazy?
That's actually kind of crazy.
It's cool, right? If you've heard of halloumi, this is kind of its brother, and I think it's its better looking, more eligible brother. Is that a thing?
If you say so.
All right, so while the cheese is doing its thing, I'm gonna make the easiest vinaigrette in the world, and I'm gonna do it in a jar. And vinaigrette in a jar is the only way to make a vinaigrette. You can do it with a whisk, it's totally fine, but I think this is just so much more practical. So I'm literally gonna take 1 part vinegar to 2 parts oil. I do 1 to 2 when you're doing something like a bread salad, a potato salad, a pasta salad, and I do 1 to 3 when it's mainly greens. I do that because it's a little bit more intense, which is what you want when you have not so many greens in there. All right, so there's that. Now this is why a jar is genius. I'm actually gonna crouch down and I can see, because it's gonna separate, what is about 2 times that amount. Does that look about 2 times, Howard? That's pretty good, right? Let's check our bread cheese for a sec. Oh yeah, look at that. Even more crispy. All right, I'm gonna give a little salt in here, a little bit of pep, and then this is just my thing. I need something sweet in almost every vinaigrette I do, whether it's honey, whether it's a little bit of sugar. I just have a little bit of sugar, just because it makes the vinegar just tone down a little bit. I don't want it to be too sharp. Throw on the lid. A little shaky shakes.
It's like a salad martini.
Yeah. What is that workout machine that you would go like this on? You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I don't know the name
The
of it.
shaker that got a lot of bad press.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you have this beautiful vinaigrette. This will be good in the fridge for up to a week, maybe a week and a half. Let's give it a taste. And that's why it's absolutely perfect. I don't need to do anything to it. Vinaigrette done. Bread cheese. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Look at this. It's starting to kind of ooze and get really, really, look at that, nice and dark. You could skewer this, like cut them into cubes and throw them on a skewer with some zucchinis and mushrooms and grill it, and oh my Lord. It gets so good. How we doing on time? 5 minutes, okay. So what I'm gonna do with this cheese, ooh, it's hot. I'm gonna cube it. And then it's kind of like the pita, just kind of shift it. Cube it again. And just before I do anything. Howard, come here.
I'd love to. Oh, should I? Is it hot?
Yeah, no.
All right, I'm gonna eat this right now. It's my first time eating it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, and if you're on keto, which Howard's been dabbling in that world, this is your jam, because it's just cheese. All right, in we go.
Oh, that's so good.
I know!
Oh my God, I'm still chewing over here.
And so, what we're gonna do now is just grab our vinaigrette, give it a good little toss. In we go with all that toasted pita, all that bread cheese. You know you gotta season your salad, salt, pepper. And I got a nice big bowl, so I'm just gonna kind of toss it all through. And we've got the chili. Oh. This is the type of salad I can eat every single day. There's a lot of food I could have once and then I'm kind of good with it, but not this. This is something that I could just be addicted to. Let's just try it. No more salt. Oh, that's good. All right, plate it up. Come on, baby. Fattoush. Not to be confused with your tush, just fattoush. Look at this. The cheese, all the crispy pita. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, one optional ingredient you do not need to add, but I'm adding. And I know it's foodie, but I think I'm a foodie, so who cares? Sumac. Sumac is a sour, kind of Middle Eastern dried spice. Okay, it's not spicy even though it looks like chili, and it kind of gives a lemony flavor to everything. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it over the top. So when you bite into this, it's like a blast of like lemon and freshness, and then you get the crispiness of all the pita and the creaminess of the cheese, and I'm eating this, and we are done. Let's check it out. That, I'm gonna do a mic drop. No, I'm not gonna do a mic drop. But it would be a mic drop if I had a mic. 12 minutes to create what I think is just one of the most addicting, gorgeous salads you can make. Fattoush, have fun with this one, and eat more bread cheese. We all need it. And if you're looking for more recipes in your life that take less than 15 minutes, head to readyforseconds.com or Yummly.